Okay, so that's the basement wall, and this is the main bedroom, and there's the basement wall again. So this has been open for about a week now. In that time we haven't had any rain, so you can see that this is dried rock. This is starting to dry out, and this is all starting to dry up too, which is good. This is where it pools, so EQC put the plastic wrap underneath, and of course there's the foundation that the house is sitting on. This is evidence that EQC knew about it, and if we look under here we can see that they have, don't know whether you can, hang on, where am I? Oh yeah, so here we can see that they have packed above with, oh God, whatever they can find. Utter fraud. So this is where they tried to bodge to cover. Can only assume that they knew at some point we'd find it, but by then the statute of limitations would have been over and there'd have been bugger all we could have done about it. So here we have somebody's handwriting. Should be easy to find out who. And we can see over here, this is some of the rubbish they left. Pacemaker's bag. What's this one? This one looks like it says Big Fresh Market. Never heard of it. Here we can have, please pack under to bring to existing floor levels. Good work, boys. So, in order to repair this, you would have to lift this section of the house. In fact, what you would have to do is dig out the concrete foundations behind this wall, which are elevated. There is no way you can deal with this any other way. What we know is that by it drying out, it cannot be a burst pipe, because people tend to use their pipes all the time. So this will be an underrunner, which is what the council said. And in order to deal with an underrunner, you have to lift the house. In this case, you'd have to dig out the concrete foundations behind this section of the house. And you would have to give a minimum crawl space. That's if you could even do it. This concrete slab foundation here, which everyone seems to be conveniently ignoring, but I'm certainly not, does let water through in the same situation. So when it rains, you would basically have to cut the house into three. You would have to elevate this section, and you would then need to dig out the concrete slab foundation that's behind this, but at a half level, and you would then have to deal with it. The idea that you could keep this on the floor and deal with it means that you are frankly deluded. And if IAG think that that's what they're going to be able to get away with, they too are deluded. I'm certainly not letting it go, because it's fraud, what has occurred here, pure and simple. And it now needs to be dealt with. So we'll see what my engineer comes up with by way of a design. And the reality is that he's having to deal with this water issue and the lack of ground space. If IAG decide that they still don't see any reason why they should pay out, then I am going to be documenting this and showing it to the world. Probably via TV crews from BBC, because of course I'm a good old pom, outside their main offices.